So I think your first mistake is thinking that you can hack your way out of cravings. Cravings happen for a reason, and a lot of people who find the carnivore and keto lifestyle are people who have dealt with cravings and dealt with food noise and dealt with addiction for quite some time. And I think it's important to know that possibly what you might be dealing with is addiction. But there are some things that are going on. When you're on a carnivore keto lifestyle, you're taking out sugar from your diet, anything that turns into sugar, so that your body can start to make energy from proteins and fats and stop seeking that biological need for glucose. And then what happens is we have to understand that the brain is also dysregulated. So your brain, it doesn't heal in a week. And you've got these neural pathways that are built to expect and demand that you have sugar to comfort you. And that comfort gives you all sorts of good feelings in your brain, and you likely are attached to that, and you've got these neural pathways that have been like really well worn. And so what happens is the body metabolism, energy systems needs to change, the brain needs to start to change, and then we need to deal with the emotional side of the dependency on food as a substance. And that is work that you can do once you stabilize the metabolism, once you stabilize the brain and start to understand what's going on in your body. The other practical tip that I'll give you is that many carnivores that I have coached, I don't just work with food addicts, but many carnivores that I have coached that couldn't get rid of the food noise were keeping things in their plan that were actually causing them the cravings. So things like a lot of cheeses, like all the soft cheeses, doing things like cottage cheese and cream cheese, and just having cheese as more than just like a condiment in their meals. I like food addicts to take it out completely, because a lot of people just shift their sugar addiction to a dairy addiction. Dairy has casomorphines, by the way, that are addictive. And then the other thing is just making sure that you're not having sugar substitutes, like things like anything flavored with stevia, monk fruit, allulose, anything that's still giving you that sweet pathway. For me, the only caveat to that is I enjoy like a good polar seltzer, which is flavored with natural flavors, and they have all those crazy flavors. That doesn't like talk to my brain like stevia, allulose, and sugar substitutes. And what I'm meaning to say is sometimes those sugar substitutes, though no calorie and doesn't spike your blood sugar, it still might actually your brain might read it as that dopamine hit that you're getting from sugar. So it's going to keep that pathway worn, and it's going to make it hard for the brain to heal. So it will make it hard for those cravings to go away. I know I covered a lot in this video, but I hope that helps. And I also think give it time. So it might take a little bit of time to stabilize your metabolism in your brain. And if you need help, talk to me about one of my programs.